This video will show you how to create a new quote or estimate with the Easy Estimate system. You can create a new job with either the button on the dashboard, or using the option under the Jobs menu. Click it to start a new job. Once you start a new job, it will take you to the job information screen. This screen asks for relevant details. We are going to enter a job name here. This can be anything you like, such as rear extension or rewire house. We are going to add a single story extension. Each job has a current status. The default on a new job is lead. Click the drop-down to see the available statuses. The default of lead means an inquiry has come in from a customer, and a quote or estimate needs to be created. This can be updated as we go through the sales process, so that we know the status of the job at any time. We can also select what type of document we are producing with these buttons. We will keep the quote selected, but you can change the job type to an estimate by clicking on the button. Some of the information in Easy Estimate is mandatory. These fields can be identified by the pink labels saying required. We need to put information into these required boxes before we are allowed to save the job. We can see that the customer name is a required type field, so we need to add a customer for whom this job is being priced for. Once you have been using the system a while, you will start to build up things like this customer list. However, at the start this will be empty, so you will need to add a new customer using the plus button, like this. Add the new customer's name that you wish to use and press the Save button. It will automatically put the customer into the field that you just created. Finish the required fields by adding the site address. We will not worry about the other fields at the moment as these are optional, but there are options to add other things such as a projected start date and a reference number if you need it. Once you press the Save button, you will be automatically taken to the costing sheet. The costing sheet is a very powerful part of the system, and we recommend that you watch the costing sheet videos to get the most use out of it. We won't cover all the options in this video, but just the basics. We are going to start pricing the job using the calculators and start adding items that we need to price up our single story extension. This menu bar at the top of the costing sheet allows us to quickly access the calculators, which will work out all the items that we need for the job. We will start with trench foundation. To do this, click on the picture with the shovel on, and then click on the simple trench and strip foundations option. This puts us on the calculator screen. This is where we need to enter the details of the job into the system. The pink boxes are the most important ones to look at, and we need to enter the details of the job into these. We are going to enter an 8 linear meter foundation run, that is 0.45 wide. We are going to excavate to a depth of 1 meter and then fill the trench with 0.7 meters of concrete. You can enter the details just like I have. Once you have done this, you will see all the items being worked out for you. If you wish to override any of the individual lines, you can reselect the items using the lookup button and choose other materials, plant or labor. Many of the calculators have options depending on the work that you are pricing. Simply keep scrolling down until you have checked everything over. Once you are happy with everything, head back up to the top of the screen and press the Use Items on Job button to copy all the information onto the costing sheet for the job. You will now see all the items on the costing sheet. You can still change any of these items if you need to, and move them around if you want. The costing sheet is set by default to the list view. This shows you everything on the costing sheet in one long list. If you would like to see it broken down by works section, click the toggle switch here to break it down with subtotals. We are now going to add another calculator to the job. Select the shovel again and select the wall foundation to DPC option to take us to that calculator. Once on there, enter the details as needed for the walls below the DPC. I will enter an 8 linear meter wall as per the spec of the job. Once again, I can change any of the options, and if I scroll down, I see all the items I need. Again, I am happy with all the settings, so I press the Use Items on Job button again to copy all the items back onto the costing sheet. You can now see that I have another section with the subtotals for the walls below DPC. I am going to toggle the costing sheet so that I can see all my items on one screen. Keep adding any additional calculators as you need to finish pricing up the job. If you need to add items that are not in the calculators, simply press the Add New Line button and add whatever you need into the costing sheet, selecting from material, plant or labor. You can just type in the box or look up items using the lookup button like this. I am going to search for bricks, and you can see the auto-suggested items appearing. Select the item to add it to the costing sheet. Once you have completed building up the costing sheet, we need to send the quote or estimate out to the customer. On the job is a menu bar which contains all the modules relevant to the job. We are going to click on the Quote tab to create the quote. Now we have the costings, we need to set the price that is going to be sent out to the customer. Scroll down to the profit markup section of the quote and set the markups accordingly. We have some defaults in the system, but simply overwrite them like this. Once you are happy with the totals, you can set the level of detail and order that you would like the document to be sent out with. Use this options section to play around with the quote and the options to see what suits you. Once you are happy, you can either send an interactive quote to the customer automatically, or you can just simply download the quote here as a PDF or Microsoft Word document. And that's it, you have produced your first quote or estimate. Hopefully that has given you an idea of how easy it is to use. There is so much more to the system, so we recommend that you watch more of the videos on our channel. However, if you do get stuck, please do let us know, email us, or use the inbuilt help chat at the bottom of the screen to talk to one of our support people.